Let me tell you how much of a loser I am, alright? I'm in my 20s. I'm living with my parents. I'm still playing video games. Bad habit. Really bad habit. Sometimes it's okay to play video games, just a little bit. You know, keep that brain stimulated cognitively, whatever. It's a point where I don't even enjoy doing it, and I still do it because my brain doesn't know what else to do to fill in the gaps. That is where it becomes unhealthy. I spent 6 months after graduating college unemployed. Not because I didn't want to work, but because I was so pathetic that I couldn't fill out a simple job application for anything. Because I wasn't looking for, what was in my field of degree. Should have been, but could have had any job, could have applied to any job, and that would have been okay, applying to any job I wanted to. And this is how much of a loser I am. This is how pathetic I am. I wanted to apply to a job. I wanted to find anything that was just me sitting around sulking in my own depressive state, doing nothing, not showering for days, feeling like a scumbag, feeling gross, feeling absolutely disgusted with who I am and what has happened to me. And instead of just simply going online to apply on a piece of paper, I would sit and play video games that I didn't enjoy playing. They were making me more depressed, making me feel like more of a loser, making me feel like I'm not doing enough, because I know I was capable, am capable, still capable of so much more, and I still am not doing enough. And I feel trapped in my own mind. People don't even know who I really am because I don't display it. I don't show it because I'm worried about them thinking that I'm some weirdo, because I think differently in things. And I really don't, though, because I will tend to say things that anytime I actually share these thoughts that I overthink about, people tend to agree and think like they're really prolific and really cool, really insightful, and it's like, that's nice. And yeah, here I still am, not posting the videos that I said I'd be posting, and doing things in my life that I said I'd be doing. That's how pathetic I am. It took me 6 months to fill a simple job application to work at a fast food restaurant called Tim Hortons. That's how pathetic I am. When I started working at Tim Hortons, I tried just having fun with my voice. And I was so anxious around people. I was very robotic and very socially polite. I don't know if socially awkward is correct. Maybe I was, but I can't really see myself through their perspective. I only see it through my perspective, right? But I feel like I was, to some extent, socially weird and just overly polite. And people have this conception about me that I'm so polite that you can't even say swear words around me. It was kind of crazy. And it felt a bit weird. It made me feel like even worse about myself. And that's me. That's how much of a loser I am. While working there, it took a few months, and one of the managers there, I started to talk with him a bit. And he kind of had a mindset like me, and I even said to him, like, you think like I do. And not too much longer after, he asked me if I want to have my voice recorded on the Tim Hortons intercom thing. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great, that'd be cool. He said, I want to have your voice recorded on all the Tim Hortons around this district, around this area. I'm like, I'd love to do that. And then people would talk to me about, like, why don't you do it to get paid? You should. They're using your voice, so ask them to see if they could get you getting paid. And I'm an agreeable person, so, like, I would tell them, I would just agree with them and be like, yeah, I should be getting paid, maybe sometime after. I didn't really feel that way. I didn't care if I was getting paid or not. I felt fulfilled, like, ego-wise. Like, I felt great that this guy wanted my voice on all the intercoms, and people would come through and compliment my voice. That was awesome. It made me feel good about myself. Then I began to feel better about myself. I began to feel like I wasn't a loser. Look at this. Look what I'm capable of. I just started working here. This is the second month I've been working here. Already my voice is getting recorded. People love hearing my voice on the thing. Still not myself around people. I'm still not funny and playful like I want to be. And people don't know like the real me, the real fun me behind the curtains. When the mask comes off, they haven't seen that. And that stings a bit. And I began to, I don't know. Over some time, they had me working at another location. Just had me moved over there maybe to get acquainted with everyone. And I began to slack. I began to fall behind. And finally, for the first time in my life, I just forced it. I tried. When you force to be yourself, and this is what I've noticed in my own experience, you don't come off authentically fun at first. It takes some time, but you at least get to break the ice. And so that happened. I began to be more social. I began to be more fun. And I began to be a little. The respect towards me went downhill with some people because I'm forcing it. I'm forcing myself to try and be funny. I'm forcing it to try and be myself. Over some time, that respect came back up because I began to authentically be myself. And that was so much fun, man. And it was awesome. For the first time in my life, my entire life, I was finally me. I was finally able to be who I am behind the screen. When I go and play games on Xbox or when I go and play games on Discord, I am me to some extent. And I'm just able to be social. I'm able to be myself to some variable, to some degree. And for the first time in my life, I was able to do it in person. I'm in my mid-20s. And throughout my entire life, very rarely have I ever had those opportunities to be myself. That's how much of a loser I am. That's how trapped in my own mind that I am. Because I worry too much about the wrong things. Even now, I don't know if I'm gonna post this because, it's it's sharing too much details. Like, someone's gonna say, like, dude, no one wants to hear your sob story. It's like, this isn't a sob story to me, dude. It's me explaining my experience. That's it. Sharing it with people, hoping that maybe if they see it, what I'm going through, they can see like, yo, you're not alone. Because I've been through this. I've been through this too. In my own different way. And maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person who goes through this. But that's how much of a loser I am. And finally, I was able to be me. I was able to be myself. And then it got taken away from me. That's a story for another time. And it's kind of my fault, too. Partially, not fully. And I don't know. I wish I could stop being so robotic and so awkward around people. I wish I could just take the mask off and say, yo, here, this is me, this is I, this is who I am. And yeah, for whatever reason, I can't. I'm just trapped in my own mind, stuck being someone who really isn't me, but who people think I am. And I don't know. Some days I think I look really handsome. I think I look really good. I think I'm very attractive. Some days I look at myself and I'm like, I don't like that. Look that way. My face is too narrow. I look geeky. I look detached. I look robotic. I look scary in a bad way, like in a way that people don't like. And I have these insecurities. And that's me. Because I'm human. But I wish I could stop being so trapped. That's all I want, man.